Hey guys, Reez Tech here coming at you with another new video. So Apple just did something completely wild with the new iPhone 17. Let's get right into it. So they've introduced a square camera sensor, which is not slightly wider, not just more megapixels, but an actual square sensor. That's crazy. And it changes how we think about smartphone cameras forever. This tiny design tweak might be the biggest shift we've seen in mobile imaging in years. And honestly, it's a direct shot at camera manufacturers. So let's break down what Apple just pulled off, why it's a big deal, and how they're quietly building cameras that could replace your main rig. Let's talk about the new camera system. So here's what's new. The new iPhone 17 lineup brings triple 48 megapixel sensors on the back, wide, ultra, and telephoto. But the headline is really upfront, in my opinion. The selfie camera now uses an 18 megapixel square sensor. And that means you can shoot both in horizontal and in vertical without ever rotating the phone. And that's huge. That means you can film a full YouTube vlog in landscape and then instantly crop to TikTok reel vertically, Instagram reel vertically, YouTube reel vertically, and take the same frame with no quality lost or reframing mess. This isn't just convenience, honestly, it's evolution. Apple's saying the way you hold your phone shouldn't limit the way you shoot. And I kind of agree. So why does the square sensor matter? Traditional sensors are rectangles, 4x3, 16x9, whatever. Every time you change orientation on your phone, the phone crops the image and throws away that useful image real estate. And for creators, that's an issue. A square sensor gives Apple more real estate in both directions, both vertically and horizontally, which means you don't lose resolution when you switch between portrait and landscape. It's like having a virtual gimbal and reframing tool built right into your camera. It's pretty cool. The extra area also gives the iPhone more headroom for stabilization and intelligent reframing. So that means when you move, the phone uses that extra sensor space to keep your subject perfectly centered. So you get buttery smooth cinematic shots, no external gimbals needed. Apple, do more of this innovation. Now here's where things get interesting. Apple isn't just improving phone cameras. They're doing something more sophisticated than that. They're borrowing directly from the language of professional cameras. The iPhone 17 records ProRes RAW, shoots at 4K 120 frames per second, and even supports Genlock. So you can sync multiple iPhones like a multicam cinema setup, which is insane. That's no longer smartphone territory, it's film set territory. And camera brands like Sony, Canon, and Nikon are still focused on optical perfection. But Apple, they're merging hardware, software, and AI to deliver results most creators will never outgrow. And that's the scary part, right? When people realize their phones can shoot stabilized, color-graded, cinematic video in seconds, they might just stop buying cameras. For most people, it's enough. You might shoot a TikTok, shoot whatever, put it up on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. It's never gonna be seen on a big screen. But let's line it up side by side. Dedicated cameras give you big sensors, interchangeable lenses, optical control. Apple gives you multi-camera fusion, AI HDR, computational bokeh, and seamless switching between lenses and mid-shot. Now, add the square sensor. And they've solved a problem filmmakers have had for years. I know I've had this issue. So the issue is you start in horizontal and someone asks for vertical. Now you rotate and reframe again. Apple just killed that problem completely. Hardware and software working together. But there are some trade-offs. Of course, there are still limits. Even the biggest phone sensor is tiny compared to a full-frame camera. And the truth is you can't cheat physics. Depth of field, low light performance, lens character, those still belong to dedicated cameras. But make no mistake, Apple's message is clear. Our phones are cameras first, communication devices second. And every year, they design the iPhone more like a cinema tool. And this square sensor might be the first domino. Let's talk about the future. What's coming next? Camera brands can't just rely on megapixels anymore. They need to evolve fast. They'll have to think about computational photography, AI-driven framing, and smarter user experiences. Because Apple isn't competing on just specs. they're competing on smartness. And when Apple eventually adds square sensors to the rear cameras, that's when every creator is going to start asking, why am I still carrying a second camera? So yeah, this isn't just a new iPhone, it's Apple re-engineering how to capture the world. A square sensor sounds simple, but it's symbolic. It's software and silicon outsmarting glass and metal. And honestly, it's kind of brilliant. I'm Mupo from Reeves Tech Guys. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and let's see where Apple takes mobile photography next. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.